They haven't figured out the gate configuration. The gate post was going, so that gate was falling. Come here, Lorca. Get out of there. Come on. Let them in. Come on, girls. Come on, babies. There we go. There we go. Breakfast time. And no sunrise today. Ready for a very, very wet day. Stormy day. And tomorrow as well. So, not the same, almost the same. Not quite the same. Bought these 2 years ago at TK Maxx for like half price, but they're busted right there. So I was getting wet feet, and so I went into TK Maxx yesterday and wondered if they had another pair, and they did. So I got them half price or less again. So these are going in the bin. Sadly, I'm going to throw those out because I have my new pair. Yay! Hopefully they'll last 2 years or more or less. The soil is finally wet enough and we're getting loads of rain today. So I'm finally going to go and spread my bluebells and celandine and, not celandine, sorry, Aquilegia and columbine. It's called columbine and Aquilegia. And the foxgloves. So I've got an area prepared where all those brambles were near the pond, or where the water tank is. And we've dug out all the brambles because the brambles were going through and catching sheep, and I lost a few too many sheep drowning in the pond. I'd cut back and everything, but they'd still somehow get tangled, and I'd come the next day and there'd be a drowned sheep in this tank caught up by the brambles. So here, kept the holly trees, and see all this ground is now prepared, and hopefully these seeds I will scatter. I will scatter seeds everywhere. So I'm going to do that now. Sowing the wildflowers. These are the leftover stuff, the detritus, but you never know, there might be seeds in it. So I'm going to sow them, throw them all in here, and hopefully they will grow and we will get lots of wild foxgloves growing, and I can't remember everything that I sowed in here, but it's all kind of, oh, bless you, you sneezy pup, are you sneezing? Is there a sneeze weed? No sneeze weed. Okay, so I'm gonna do this now in this woodland area. Nearly done. Loads of foxgloves. And the cool thing is my boots will pick up some of these seeds and I'll walk them into the woods. So hopefully you will have loads of seeds spread and growing And lots of baby foxgloves and columbine and all these other things. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'm going to go for a walk in the woods before the storm comes, hoping that my trees will stay upright and I've chopped enough. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous, that red? That's that tree that I bought with the gift from some lovely people who follow me, some fans. And it's looking gorgeous. Look at that red. It really sings. Okay, so I'm going to go for a walk in the woods before the storm and hope the ivy I've de-ivied and the trees are strong enough to withstand the winds and torrential rain that's coming. Should do. Oh, look. A bird of prey made a kill. A wood pigeon. Our woods are full of wood pigeons. So really good food for hawks and kestrels and buzzards. So it must have hit it in the canopy above, and they tend to pluck it. You usually get the impact site. That's where the hawk thumped it to the ground, and they kill it there. And then they hop a couple of spaces, and that's where they pluck it, and then they fly off with it. So that's what happened there. This is looking good. It hasn't turned its autumn colors. I don't know what autumn colors it's going to have. I haven't taken you guys on this walk for a while. Come November, I'll have fenced off my baby Japanese maples and a lot of ferns I'll fence off just for safety's sake. And the sheep will be in here grazing the understory. So we'll get rid of a lot of this ivy, which will then increase the understory's biodiversity with cowslips and cow parsley and foxgloves and all kinds of things. This is doing well. It's not turning its, well, maybe it is turning its color. My bird baths are still full. I'll have to bring those in before the frost. The neighbors. One day when I'm old and doddery, I might have a mechanical wheelchair that can carry me around in here. Wouldn't that be lovely? Well, the wheelchair wouldn't be able to do these. Oh, here comes the rain. Has started. It's so beautiful, the woods. Just the birds singing. Is this turning or is that just beech leaves? Oh, it is turning a little bit. That one's supposed to be a brilliant yellow. Now to go and look at the holly trees, see how they're doing. Ah, look, the elm tree, baby elm tree is turning right in this little glade. See how dry it is here. It's only just beginning to get damp underfoot. We've had a really dry year. So this holly tree, it's got some berries. My other baby hollies are up here. They're looking good. There's one. Some of these won't have berries yet. Given time, they will. There's another. Here's another. Look, it has lovely fresh growth. This was a later plantation, so those two were earlier. This is another one later. This is a later plantation as well. And then this one is a tiny transplant from somewhere else. Come on. This way. Lorca, come on. Good boy, come on. Come on. Good boy. Now the elm trees, you can see, are just starting to turn their beautiful, magnificent yellow. Their yellow illuminates the woods in a glorious way. So, see, it's just turning. And there's another baby elm right there. And that's a sycamore underneath there. But the huge elm trees are further down in the woods. So I have to step carefully through here so that I don't trip over a log. There we go. This is another baby elm tree. Someday I might plant a Japanese maple in there. Dig that out because they love doing that. That tree right there is a huge elm tree. So its colors haven't turned yet. I still have a lot of murdering of laurel to do. You can see, but I can't do it in the wall. Dig it out because it'll crumble the wall. Oh, there's an elm tree through there. You can see the gold of the elm. It's a glorious gold. Oi, excuse me. There's nobody there to bark at. No, totally unnecessary. Oh, look, the mushroom. That is a beautiful mushroom. That is a gorgeous mushroom. And look, it is beautiful. Looks like a crocodile skin or snake skin. Gorgeous. You sniffing it? Yeah, you're trying to figure out what I'm looking at. You, Java, unnecessary. Looking back up into the woods, you can kind of see the wall winding its way back up the hill. That was the old track for the horse and cart or donkey and cart with the limestone in it to then bring to the lime kiln, which I've since discovered is half a mile up that way. It's not there, it doesn't exist anymore, but there's an old map that shows it. And the horse and cart would need a windy path down a hill because they didn't have brakes, those kind of brakes in those days. And there are lots of beech trees here. And some oak trees. That's the pathway up to the windy wall. The windy wall would wind down and join the road right over there. The windy track for the limestone to go to the lime kiln. You're a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. I have this stake here to protect this fern for whenever we're driving through with the quad or somebody else is. Here's a big blackberry patch. And look at these crab apples. Look at them coloring the ground. Look at those beautiful colors. There they are. My grandfather sowed loads of crabapple trees on our farm. So we have loads. Wildlife will love that once they've eaten. And look at the spindle here. Oh, spindle is such a glorious, glorious thing. I love spindle. Its seed heads aren't opening yet. When these open, they're incredible orange inside. I love spindle. One of my favorite native shrubs, besides crab apples. Look at the hawthorn. Lots of food for, and there's more spindle in there. Some sycamores, some beech, hawthorn, and brambles. Here's some of my ferns. I'm trying to keep the brambles from overwhelming my ferns. This little crab apple is just about making it. I'm hoping it'll survive. It's one I bought and planted last year or earlier this year. And this hawthorn, I'm hoping it's going to survive. It's looking very maybe there are buds, but if they come out next year, that'll be the thing. Fingers crossed it does. And then here's the gate. Come on, let's go out the gate. Come on, dogs. I've got to cut this back here just so that we can get in and out of the gate and to go into the woods. Come on. Come on. Come on, Ink-a-Dink. That pathway I need to get rid of the brambles along it because her tiny paws, she doesn't like stepping over brambles. So, there we go. This pile of wood, somebody's coming every once in a while and chopping some up for firewood. I could use it as well for firewood, but I have so much firewood at the moment. Over here is another little plantation of trees. This is a Scots pine that my friend Catherine sowed from a seed and grew. And then those are two hazels. I thought I had some alders in here, but maybe I don't. Anyway, I've got to finish fencing this so I can take these back up to the farm and use them during lambing time. So we walked all the way through there, down the far side, and through that gate. So that's a walk in the woods before the storm.